Hey everyone, my name is Li Jianhong. This is a presentation of the Critical Approaches to Design Practice Assessment Text 3. Let me introduce the air water collector, Arboglyphys. Before introducing my design, I want to briefly introduce the background of the project. There's two rivers meet just outside Walgett in northwest New South Wales, Australia. For the two Australian Aboriginal tribes living near the two rivers, they represent our life. For centuries, the rivers has carried on indigenous cultures. Now they are dry. As you can see in the picture, the riverbed is dry. The fish die in the heat. The animals die because there's no water. And the stench of decay is spreading in this desperate region. I need to design to solve or alleviate the local drought and water shortage. At the beginning of my design, I was inspired by one movie called The Martian. Then I thought an idea. I want to steal water from the air. I finally decided to use a condenser to cool the air to produce the water, which is safer, more operable, and more stable and durable. Through data investigation, I think this is feasible. I need a physical transformation to turn water vapor into liquid. This transformation is called condensation. So in my design, I will use a condenser, which is often used in air conditioners. Then I started my first generation model making. Use the first generation model to conduct the first experiment. The purpose of the experiment is to observe whether a certain amount of water can be collected by condensation. Observed after 2 hours, it was found that there was water in the bottle cup. The first experiment was successful. Then I started the second generation model making and the second experiment. After 2 model making and experiments, I had an idea about the final model and recorded it in a sketchbook. What I want to do is a steady product that is easy to disassemble. The composition of all parts has only one purpose, and that is to generate water. Then I finished my final model. I took some photos to show some details of the final model, and I think it is more robust and beautiful than the previous 2 generations of model. Then I began to think about how to make Australian Aborigines accept this thing. After searching for information, I made a discovery. For thousands of years, carving on trees has been a solemn and sacred thing for the Aboriginal people for central, northwest, and north coast of New South Wales. This is a form of artistic and culture expression. I designed to combine this wood carving graphic with the product. For local indigenous people, water is also sacred. To this end, the two can be integrated with each other. Drawing these graphics on the outside of the product's PVC film, perceiving the special art as well as culture of the local indigenous people. These are the final design renderings display. The model is divided into 3 parts. The top part is the solar fan. The function of the fan is to continuously inject air into the model. The middle part is the condenser, and the role of the condenser is to condense the air injected by the fan to form condensed water. The lower part is a water storage platform, which can receive and store the condensed water. Then there is the product explosion view. The last is the choices of product materials. The materials I choose are low cost, with good toughness and water resistant. It can ensure the portability and feasibility of the product to the greatest extent.